Hello everyone, welcome to Steno Aspirants. I am Akshay and I am going to dictate you Rajasthan High Court judgments legal passage containing 720 words at the speed of 90 words per minute. The dictation will be non-stop and will fluctuate between the speed of 85 to 95 words per minute. So get ready, 3 seconds. Start. It has also been argued that the writ petitioners themselves were not fully satisfied with order dated 25/1/2018 passed in the writ petition. Therefore, they preferred DB Civil Special Appeal writ number 444/2018, which was disposed of on 3/4/2018 with the observation that the appropriate remedy was to apply for review. Thereafter, the writ petitioners filed SB Civil Review Petition number 114/2018 on 20/4/2018, wherein notices were issued and the case was pending. Therefore, it is contended that even at the instance of the writ petitioners, order dated 25/1/2018 was assailed and review was also sought. In this background, the action of the concerned bank officials in proceeding with the auction, confirmation of sale and issuance of sale certificate cannot be said to be an act of disobedience and as to constitute contempt of the court. Learned counsel for the appellants in both the appeals have raised a common submission that while deciding the contempt petition, supplementary directions have been issued which is not permissible in law in view of the dictum of the Honorable Supreme Court in the case of J.S. Prihar versus Ganpat Dagar and others 1996, 6 SCC 291. It is also argued that an error of law was committed in relying upon the judgment of the Honorable Supreme Court in the case of Jehal Tanti and others versus Nageshwar Singh dead through LRs 2013-14 SCC 689, because in that case the matter was ultimately remanded to the court for fresh disposal. An attempt has also been made to convince the court that order dated 25/1/2018 passed in the writ petition was not justified in law and in view of several judicial pronouncements of the Honorable Supreme Court in catena of decisions. Writ court ought not to have intervened with the auction proceedings, and for this purpose judgment rendered by the Honorable Supreme Court in the case of authorized officer State Bank of Travancore and another versus Matthew KC 2018 3 SCC 85 has been relied upon. It is also submitted that the observation of the learned single judge while holding the appellant's bank officials guilty of contempt for filing an application for withdrawal recall of sale certificate before the recovery officer is also not justified in law, because as per the provisions of the Surface Act, the proceedings initiated under Section 13 of the Surface Act read with the securitization and reconstruction of financial assets and enforcement of security in trust, Central Registry Rules 2011, by the authorized officer are separate and independent from the recovery proceedings. Therefore, the proceedings of the authorized officer cannot be undone by the recovery officer. In support of their contention, learned counsel for the appellants relied upon the decisions of the Honorable Supreme Court in the cases of J.S. Prihar Supra, Sudhir Vasudev, Chairman and MD, ONGC and others versus M. George Ravi Sekaran and others, AIR 2014 SC 950, Thomson Press Bracket India Limited versus Nanak Builders and Investors Private Limited and others, AIR 2013 SC 2389, Babulal and another versus Municipal Corporation Ratlam and others bracket 2005 13 SCC 101, Dinesh Kumar Gupta versus United India Insurance Company Limited and others 2010, 12 SCC 770 and United Bank of India versus Satyavati Tandon and others bracket 2010, 8 SCC 110. Per contra, learned counsel appearing for the respondents' petitioners would argue that the writ petitioners were prepared to repay the loan and despite specific offer made the bank officials in connivance with land grabber hastily proceeded to put the property to auction after issuing notice and drawing the proceedings under sections 13 bracket 2 and 13 bracket 4 of the Surface Act, which was challenged by the writ petitioners by moving application before the DRT. However, the DRT was not regularly sitting and hearing the application, and in the meantime, before petitioner's application for stay could come up for hearing before the DRT, in order to frustrate their prayer for stay, the bank officials oblique contemners issued sale notice and fixed 31 2018 as the date for auction. In these pressing circumstances and to save their immovable property, stop over.